Yo my dudes, and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, this is a special one just for you guys. Firstly, I want to thank all of you so much for helping me hit the 1000 mark for the subscriber count recently. Without you guys, I wouldn't have been able to make it. So once again, a big heartfelt thank you to each and every one of you. So to commemorate this very special milestone, here it is, the very first Blackbolt Abyss solo. So here we go. As the fight begins, I build up to my SP1, and hopefully when I fire that off, it's gonna proc an armor break on Iron Man, preventing him from stealing my power because that armor break removes his persistent armor up. And without any persistent armor up, it all goes into cooldown. He won't be able to steal my power any longer. Alright, so as we gear up to fire off that SP1, sweet, it's gone according to plan. I proc that armor break on him. He can no longer steal my power. It basically shuts down all his charges. Whatever that's called, tech charges, whatever. Alright, so now that's been taken care of. From here on out, it's basically just throwing heavies and normal attacks. Hopefully they crit. So that would allow me to stack up those fury and cruelty buffs. And throughout this fight, because it's a long one, you'll see later on I actually hit my max stacks of furies and cruelties, 15 each. So as the fight goes on, I try to throw as many heavies as possible in order to preserve all those abyss charges. And yeah, hopefully along the way some of them do crit so that I can stack up all those fury and cruelty buffs. Now we're at the 54 hit mark. Not much damage has been done, so you'll notice that during the early stages when using Blackbolt in the Abyss, it's a bit of a slow grind, pretty much like a ramp up champ. What you want to do is make sure you build up to those 15 stacks of furies and cruelties each, and that's when the fun begins. So we continue the same old pattern. Whenever he has a bar of power, we try to bait out that special from Iron Man Infinity War. And at the same time, whenever the persistent armor up is gonna refresh itself, we throw another special attack. Hopefully that procs once again an armor break. So that's gonna keep that armor up at bay. And as we're approaching the halfway point over here, you'll notice that we already have 10 Furies active on us with quite a few stacks, of course, of those cruelties. So our damage is clearly ramping up big time this time. So as we proceed and build up to the max stacks of 15 each, alright, slowly just baiting out those SP1s, and here I throw off that meaty SP2 for big damage. Alright, it procced a stun as well, so that allowed us to go in and get in some more crits to build up all those buffs. Alright, so I'm gonna leave you boys to enjoy the rest of the fight, and I'll check back in towards the end of the video. See you later. Alright, so now that we've gotten our max stacks of furies and cruelties, this is where the fun begins. Check out this sequence. We just dropped him from 41% to 32%. It just took a few hits to bring him down by 9% health, and that's a lot, man, because we're talking about the Abyss. Alright, so as we approach the business end of this fight, this is where my health is getting real low right now. I decided to draw an SP2. It whiffed for the first part, so what a waste, or else we could have witnessed 3 times 85,000 big yellow numbers. But what can you do? Better luck next time. Alright, so now we've entered everyone's favorite part of any fight involving Iron Man Infinity War. Yep, that part where whenever he has any armor ups on him, he just goes crazy with his power gain. So what we gotta do is just play it slow here and look for any openings to re-parry and throw those heavy attacks. So that's the beauty of using Blackbolt in this battle over here, because once he has built up all those stacks of furies and cruelties, his heavy attacks are gonna hit like a truck, man. Alright, so here I just can't wait for the fight to be over. Just 1 or 2 more combos or heavy attacks ought to do it. Alright, so here we go. Alright, down to 1%, really close. He's still gaining power like crazy, so he just have to bait out that final special attack or 2, and that's it. He gave me an opening, I took it, and he's in the bin, boys.